Ang sa akin dito, siguro igalang yung karapatan ni Pastor. Even yung court order, yung issuance ng warrant of arrest, the warrant can be quashed. So pag kinwash yung warrant, mababaliwala yung warrant. You're referring to the current case? Okay. I think there is I think we defer to the courts kasi merong mga husgado na involved na ngayon. You're talking now of the 11th Judicial Regional Trial Court Branch 12 of Davao City, and I think there is also a case in if I'm not mistaken, Pasig, saan ba? So siguro yung husgado. But if in any case, the OSAA will not be able to serve the warrant, that would not prevent the Senate from filing a case pursuant to Article 150 of the Revised Penal Code, also in another court, for disobedience to a summons issued by the Senate. So, ganun din. So, nagpapakita ito na mas may ngipin ngayon yung husgado kasi usaping legal na ito, but that does not diminish the power of the Senate to enforce and serve the warrant. So marami tayong kaso dito na nilabas na ang Supreme Court na pwedeng maging batayan. Ang sa akin dito, siguro igalang yung karapatan ni Pastor kung pwede siya mag-file ng bailable kasi ito sa magpiyansa, mag-file ng bail at gamitin niya, exercise niya yung karapatan niya. Yun na nga, halimbawang if you're referring to the Senate, ito na yung Article 150 ng Revised Penal Code. The Senate can file an appropriate case with the RTC, siguro Pasay. Ganun din yon, magkakaroon ng hearing, pwede mag-issue ng warrant of arrest because of that defiance that you mentioned, and then dun din mauuwi sa pag-issue ng warrant of arrest. And all of this would be bailable. Pwedeng magpiyansa. Lahat ito pwedeng magpiyansa. So, hayaan natin yung mga abogado niya siguro magdesisyon kung ano yung mga hakbang na legal na kanilang gagawin. At ulitin ko, yung sinabi ko dati, igalang din natin yung karapatan niya at siguro tingnan din natin yung pangingibabaw ng rule of law. No comment ako doon, di ko naman alam yung background noon. So siguro as a law-abiding citizen, sundin po yung batas. Pero I would not comment on the conditions. I have yet to see the letter na sinasabi nyo kung meron. Alam nyo, merong proseso kasi. Even yung I have here the order in front of me. Even yung court order, yung issuance ng warrant of arrest, the warrant can be quashed. May procedure dito So pag kinwash yung warrant, mababaliwala yung warrant. So yung hakbanging yon dapat hakbanging legal na gawin ng kanyang abogado. So pag nakwash yung warrant of arrest, wala nang warrant. So insofar as the branch 12 case is concerned, wala muna yon. Pag nakwash yon, set aside yon. Yung warrant maghihiring uli. So may mga procedure doon, may mga requirements kung ano yung dapat gawin. Hayaan natin yung abogado niya ang gumawa niyan. I would not meddle in what his legal team is doing right now. So I am sure they're planning to do something. Yun naman sa Supreme Court na naka-elevate, it has something to do not with the warrants issued but with the Senate inquiry. So yun din siguro dapat ma-interview nyo yung mga abogado niya na para ipaliwanag. Dalawa itong pinag-uusapan natin, yung warrant sa Senate at yung warrant ng Regional Trial Court. Warrant ng Regional Trial Court, magpiyansa ka. Kung ayaw magpiyansa, ipakwash mo yung warrant. Warrant ng Senate, kung ayaw mo sundin, hintayin mo yung desisyon ng Supreme Court. Ang Senate naman, kung sakaling hindi ma-serve yung warrant, can avail of Article 150 of the revised penal code, which will lead to another issuance of a warrant coming from the regional trial court, which is also, at the same time, quashable and bailable. So maraming legal options eh. So, hayaan natin sigurong i-exercise niya yung karapatan niyang legal at igalang natin yung kung ano yung hakbangin niyang gagawin sa Senate. They can claim that. Pero itong sa Regional Trial Court, ito yung bailable ngayon. Dalawa eh. Minsan naghahalo-halo na natin eh. Di ba?
Videos na tapos ikaw sender sa social media na parang nanunuyat pa na. Kung dito ka gano'n, you will invoke, the contempt and you will be arrested by Kaya, napilitan ako na magbigay ng civil petition. Ang primero, nung meron pa itong bukas, sinabi ko na sa kanya, those are criminal allegations. They're not supposed to be heard there in the Senate. Diretso ka na doon sa fiscal kasi meron naman kayang mga affidavit yan sinabi mo. Ito na yan yung dito because you are overlapping the judiciary functions and powers of the judiciary. You're not a judge. Number one, ayaw ko pala because you are not a judge. It should be in there. Sa pinilit niya, kasi parang makikas sa relasyon dito, invoking his power there. So, nabigyan ko ng severity conditions na bago ko pumunta doon. Complicated kasi ito because I am not just an ordinary person na tawagin mo doon without any complex situation that happened in my life. I have absolutely threat. I have all of this intel coming to me. Kaya, gusto niya, birahin ka lang kagad-agad. Andito ka pa naman sa Mindanao, sa Davao. It entails so many things. I have entourage, I have to secure myself, things like that. So, yun ang sinabi ko kanya na ito sa ganitong condition nito, sundin mo to bago ako magpunta dyan sa iyo. Yung mga civilian conditions na yan, which are connected to my security, to my person, that I can be good comfort when I go to Manila to face them there. Kaya, pinipilit niya. Pero kung wala akong kondisyon na nito, bigla akong pupunta doon, it's like go to a boxing match with your hands tied behind your back, patapos ang kalaban mo, dalawang kamay nakaganon sa'yo. Ikaw nakatali ang kamay mo. So unfair. Kasi anytime she can invoke, you are contempt. You are under contempt. Bilanggo ka, tulad ginawa kay Eric at kay Doc Lorel. Ganon sila doon. Kaya matigas siya, may power siya doon, and one-sided ang power. And then you can even answer na gusto mo. Yes or no lang. Eh si Doc Lorel nga, nag-answer sa isang answer lang. Hindi naman kasama niya, hindi katulad ng answer na kasama niya. Contempt. Bilang po sila kada. Look at the abuse of power of these people who are there. How can I respect you? How can I face you and respect you? Itong aking civilian conditions are not unfair. They are just for the fairness of the fight. Kung tako dyan, you waiver your rights of contempt power, you waiver your rights of immunity, and I can cross-examine all of your witnesses. Civilian, basahin mo yan. O fair tayo. Fair tayo, maglaban. Huwag mo kung palabanan sa'yo nakatali kamay ko. Tapos ang yabang-yabang mo. So, if you will not come and we will contempt you and then we will arrest you and let the police arrest you. Ang yabang-yabang mo, alis ka dyan sa Senado. Pili ka ng lugar. Dibati tayong dalawa dito sa SMNI na wala kang contempt power. Kahit lahat ng congressman na kasama mo, magsama na kayo pati nga sa kongreso. Sila si Pimentel, sila si Tambunting, magsama kayo. Magdebate tayo, ako lang isa dito. tapos debatiin ninyo ako dito with any issue. Walang contempt power, pantay ang akin, dito kayo makikita ko. Laban ako sa inyo. Pero, huwag mo ko pa naman nakatali kamay ko. Nakatali pa ako. O tapos ang yabang-yabang yun. Tapos ang mga witness ninyo, puro pa mga sinungaling. And you know that they are lying. Under oath. Kaya ilan pa yung mga mukha nila. You know that. You know that those scripted narratives that they are reading are scripted. It did not come from them. It came from an author, one author for all of these accusations against me. Kasi sinabi ko sa iyo, harapin ko sila doon sa korte. Sino man sila. Ganun ang ginawa sa akin sa Verita. Inakusahan ko na yung nakusahan. All they had is gossip and hearsay. All I have are documents. And in the court, it is not what you say. It is what you can prove.